viewers, welcome to this session. Myself Dr. G. Uma from the School of Gender and Development Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University. You all know we are offering the postgraduate level course in the SWAYAM platform titled as Gender Auditing and Gender Budgeting. As part of this course, today's topic is social audit and gender audit. You all must be wondering what is social audit and what is gender audit. In our previous lecture, I have explained about what is gender budgeting, why do we need to gender budgeting, and how it has all started, the process of gender budgeting, when and how it has started in India. Those, like all those informations, we have already learned from my previous lecture. Let us learn about what is social audit and gender audit in today's lecture. Like before I get into learning objectives or what are the learning outcomes, let me introduce the topic, today's topic. Civil society organizations are also undertaking social audits to monitor and to verify the social performance claims of the organizations and institutions. Government departments, private and public sector organizations are also undertake gender audits to monitor and verify the gender mainstreaming process and the gaps in implementing gender equity and equality. This is the main reason. Both civil society organization as well as government departments, they undertake social audits and gender audits. This lecture is going to explain about the concept and characteristics of social audit and gender audit, steps and methods of social audit and advantages of doing social audit and gender audit. I have, for this topic, I have prepared 2 lectures. Today's lecture, I will introduce the topic. In the next lecture, we will go further and we learn few examples of doing social audit and gender audit. As a learner, it is important to disseminate knowledge about social and gender audit among students and developing sector workers. Once you know what is gender audit and social audit, certainly it will help you to lead the government transparent, accountable and responsible for the people. With this introduction, the learning outcome of this lecture is to know about the concept of social audit and gender audit, to know the importance of social audit and the difference between social audit and other audits. These are the 3 main learning outcomes as far as today's lecture is concerned. Let me explain what is social audit. Social audit is a tool through which government departments can plan, manage and measure non-financial activities and monitor both internal and external consequences of the department's social and commercial operation. This is the main, it is a tool which through this tool the government departments can plan, manage and measure non-financial activities and monitor both internal and external consequences of the department's social and commercial operations. Then let me explain the importance of social audit. The institutions or administrative system promoted and legitimized for the welfare of the people. Social audit gives an understanding about the administrative system to the people in the society. Social audit also, like when we do the social audit of administration means understanding the administrative system and its internal dynamics from the angle of the people. Social audit is an independent evaluation of the performance of an organization as it relates to the attainment of its social goals. It is an instrument of social accountability of an organization. Social audit is an in-depth scrutiny and analysis of the working of any public utility vis-a-vis social relevance. It is a process that enables an organization to assess and demonstrate its social, economic and environmental benefits. These are the very important. So, when we talk about social audit, it is a process that will enable an organization to assess and demonstrate its social, economic and environmental benefits. When we talk about social audit, it is a way of measuring the extent to which an organization lives up to the shared values and objectives it has committed itself to. It provides an assessment of the impact of an organization's non-financial objectives through systematic and regular monitoring based on the views of its stakeholders. Let me explain social audit versus other audits. When we talk about social audit, how the social audit is it's very significant, and what is the comparison between social audit other audits. When we talk about social audit is often misinterpreted as another form of audit to determine the accuracy of financial or statistical statements or reports and the fairness of the facts. This is wrong. So, first one we need to understand, when we talk about other audits, mostly other audits they try to find out determine the financial accuracy or statistical statements. Unlike other audits, it is social audit is a process. Okay, when we do social audit, we could able to determine whether whatever the government policies and programs, whether it could able to address the social justice and gender justice. When we talk about other audits, a conventional financial audit, it's one of the audit. When we talk about conventional financial audit, it focuses on financial records and their scrutiny by an external auditor following financial accountancy principles, whereas the concept of social audit is more comprehensive, having a greater scope than of a traditional audit. In general, when we talk about social audit, it refers to the process for measuring, understanding and improving the social performance of an activity of an organization. Social auditing is an internally generated process by the organization itself according to its objectives. This is very important when we talk about social audit. Social auditing is an internally generated process by the organization itself according to its objectives. In particular, social audit aims to involve all stakeholders in the process. It measures social performance in order to achieve improvement as well as to report accurately on what has been done. Financial audit, when we talk about financial audit geared towards verification of reliability and integrity of financial information. Similarly, the operation audit looks at compliance with policies, plan, procedures, laws, regulations, established objectives and efficient use of resources. On the contrary, social audit examines the performance of the department or program vis-a-vis its stated core values in the light of community values and the distribution of benefits among different social groups reached through good governance principle. This is, as a learner, you must understand that when we talk about social audit, certainly it will assess the performance of the department or programs vis-a-vis its stated core values in the light of community values and the distribution of benefits among different social groups which reached through good governance principles. This is very important. Social audit adds another dimension of key performance measurements in creating social wealth in the form of useful networks and administration are accountable and transparent to the stakeholders. This is another significant point you must understand, that social audit adds another dimension of key performance measurements in creating social wealth in the form of useful networks. Once you start doing the particular department or the particular institution start doing the social audit, it could able to create the social wealth in the form of network, and administration are accountable and transparent to the stakeholders. Certainly, the administration will be more accountable and transparent towards its stakeholders. It also creates social wealth, is one of the key contribution of social audit. Thus, social audit strengthens the legitimacy of the state as well as trust between state and the civil society. This is very important. When we talk about the financial audit, operational audit and social audit, I have differentiated through this through this slide. If you go through that, when we talk about financial audit, it has directed towards recording, processing, summarizing and reporting of financial data. This is the significant when we talk about financial audit. When we talk about operational audit, where it is establishing standard of operations, measuring performance against standards, examining and analyzing deviations, taking corrective actions and reappraising standards based on experience are the main focus when we talk about operational audit. Unlike financial audit and social audit, when we come to, unlike financial audit and operational audit, when we talk about social audit provides an assessment of the impact of the department's non-financial objectives through systematic and regular monitoring on the basis of the views of its stakeholders. This is very significant. This is the difference between financial audit, operational audit and the social audit. Hope you could able to differentiate the financial audit, operational audit and social audit. Let us further talk about social audit. Social audit is a supplement to the conventional audit to help government departments or public agencies to understand and improve their performance as perceived by the stakeholders. This is very important. It is done at different levels of the government. We can do social audit at different levels and the civil society. Both government and civil society, they can do social audit at different levels. Social audit is an ongoing process, often done in 12-month cycle that result in the preparation of annual social audit document or report of an organization. Let us learn about what are the principles of social audit. The foremost principle of social audit is to achieve continuously improving performances relative to the chosen social objectives. The significant principles of social audit, let us learn. The foremost principle of social audit is to achieve continuously improving performance relative to the chosen social objectives. This is very important. There are 8 key principles have been identified from social auditing practices around the world. Now let me explain what are the 8 key principles as far as social auditing practices around the world. First one is that first principles of social audit is that it is multi-perspective or polyvocal. What is multi-perspective or polyvocal? This multi-perspective or polyvocal aims to reflect the views, that is the voices of those people. Who are those people? They are the stakeholders involved with or affected by the organization, department or program. That is the first principle, multi-perspective or polyvocal. The second foremost principles of social audit is it is very comprehensive. What is comprehensive? When we talk about comprehensive, it aims to report on all aspects of organization's work and performance. The third significant principles of social audit is participatory. When we talk about the participatory, it encourages participation of stakeholders and sharing of their values. Then fourth principles of social auditing is multidirectional. When we talk about multidirectional, the stakeholders share and give feedback. Like when we talk about multidirectional, in this the stakeholders share and give feedback on multiple aspects. They could able to talk about various aspects of particular issues or policies. Then fifth significant principles of social audit is it's very regular. We need to conduct the social audit in a regular manner. When we talk about regular, it aims to produce social accounts on a regular basis so that the concept and the practice become embedded in the culture of an organization covering all the activities. The sixth significant principles of social audit is to provide a means whereby the organization can compare its own performance each year and against appropriate external norms or benchmarks, and provide for comparisons to be made between organizations doing similar work and reporting in similar fashion. The last significant principles of social audit is we can verify, that is verified. When we talk about verified, it ensures that the social accounts are audited by a suitably experienced person or agencies with no vested interest in the organization. The last one is the disclosed. When we talk about disclosed, it ensures that the audited accounts are disclosed with stakeholders and to a wider community in the interest of the accountability and transparency. These are the pillars of social audit, where socio-cultural, administrative, legal and democratic settings form the foundation for operationalizing the social audit. As well as the social audit process is intended as a means for social engagements, transparency, communication of information, leading to greater accountability of decision makers, representatives, managers and officials. The underlying ideas are directly linked to concepts of democracy and participation. Like the application of social audit at the village level holds tremendous potential for contributing to good local governance and increased transparency and accountability of the local bodies. Like for example, when we talk about the uses and functions of social auditing can be used as a tool to provide critical inputs and correctly assess the impact of government activities on the social well-being of the citizen. That is the first significant uses and functions of the social audit. It helps to assess the social cost and measure the social benefits of any program implementation. The performance of government department is monitored through various mechanisms in different states. However, these practices do not capture adequately the broader social, community and environmental benefits. Therefore, to generate information on social relevance, cost and benefits of the program or activity, social audit can be used to provide specific inputs for the following. What are the specific inputs? To monitor social and ethical impact and performance of the organization, to provide the basis for shaping management strategy in a socially responsible and accountable way, and to design strategies to facilitate organizational learning on how to improve social performance, to facilitate the strategic management of institutions, including concerns for their influence and social impact on organization and communities, to inform the community, public and other organization and institutions about the allocation of their resources, like how much time, money that it has allocated, that could be informed to the community, public and other organization and institutions. This refers to the issues of accountability and ethics, that is called the ethical investment. Like what are the benefits of social audit? First one is that it enhances reputation. When we talk about enhances reputation, the information generated from social audit can provide critical knowledge about the departments or institutions' ethical performance and how the stakeholders perceive the services offered by the government. The social angle in the delivery of services, real or perceived, can be a major factor adding reputation of the department and its functionaries. In the era where all the services are benchmarked and where citizens are becoming more aware about the services through citizens' charters, the government departments are also like aiming towards building their reputations. So, social audit helps the legislatures and executives in identifying the problems areas and provides an opportunity to take a proactive stance and create solutions. The second significant benefits of social audit is alerts policymakers to stakeholders' trends. Like social auditing is a tool that helps managers understand and anticipate stakeholders' concerns. This tool provides essential information about the interest, perspectives, and expectation of stakeholders, facilitating the interdependency that exists between the government and the community. Third significant benefits of social auditing in government department is that affects positive organizational change. Social auditing identifies specific organizational improvement goals and highlights progress on their implementation and completeness. In addition, by integrating social audit into existing management system, employees responsible for day-to-day decision making can be more effectively considered stakeholders' issues and concerns. The fourth significant benefits of social audit is increases accountability. Due to a strong emphasis on the openness and accountability for government departments, the information, whatever the information disclosed, needs to be fair and accurate. For example, if any government departments, they provide certain information, that information should be correct and it should be accurate. When we do the social auditing, uses external verifications to validate that validate the social audit, like validate the information. If the information is correct, it will certainly increases the accountability of the government and the information will be complete. An externally verified audit can add credibility to the department's efforts. Whatever the efforts the department is putting, when they start doing the social audit, the information they provided, certainly it will be correct. So, when the external agencies or the external organizations verify those informations and come to the conclusion that it is correct, certainly it will increases the accountability of the government departments or any organizations. But the greatest demonstration of a social audit's authenticity must be seen in how the performance of the department improves over a period of time in relation to its mission, values and objectives. The next significant benefits of social audit is to assist in reorienting and refocusing priorities. When we talk about the reorienting, refocusing priorities, social auditing could be a useful tool to help departments to reshape their priorities in tune with people's expectations. The last significant benefits of social audit with regard to government department is to provide increased confidence in social areas. When we talk about providing increased confidence in social areas, social audit can enable departments or institutions to act with greater confidence in social areas that have been neglected in the past or have been given low priority. These are the significant benefits of social audit as far as government departments are concerned. What is that significant? I have explained the each points, like it enhances reputation, alerts policymakers to stakeholders' trends, affects positive organizational change, increases accountability, assist in reorienting and refocusing priorities and provide increased confidence in social areas. Hope you have understood what is social audit, why do we need to social audit and benefits of social audit in government departments. Some of the references I have given, these are the references. Based on these references, I have prepared this lecture. This lecture is part of the course social like gender audit and gender budgeting. This course is part of the master's program in gender and development studies. I hope many of you already have joined in this course. Hope you are enjoying listening the lecture and enjoy reading the course materials of the course Gender Auditing and Gender Budgeting. If you have any doubts regarding this course, please do write to the program coordinator. My email ID is very well given on the web page of this course in the SWAYAM platform. Thank you so much for listening this lecture. Thank you. We will again meet in another lecture. Thank you.